And I
Are you fermenting pineapple juice too?
no, I certainly hope it hasn't. Oh, it's gonna be fucking a wild ride if it has.
Is audio supposed to be going?
Oh, shit.
You know, I'm
audio's going.
curious as to
Probably pineapple with alcohol.
Yeah.
But anyway, I bought a bunch of pineapple juice because I was like, oh, I'll make pineapple vodka drinks for the podcast.
Not gonna lie, I kinda hate pineapple.
And then I had a 2-liter bottle of rye, and turns out that got me way drunker than I needed with way less. So I never actually got to using the vodka, which means I'm probably going to be drinking, because I mean, obviously I can't take it with me because that's traveling in a car with an open bottle of alcohol, but
oh, come on, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
cops like pulling me over. I'm just really good at not getting a ticket.
Just like put it in your luggage or something.
Do you like give the cops like a suck so they don't give you a ticket, or?
No, I just look really pathetic and they just let me go.
That's
You're quite good at looking pathetic.
I know,
Yeah.
it's something I mastered in college. Probably
Nice.
the only thing I got from college.
Got a master's degree in being pathetic.
Yeah. But no,
Would
so
not
I'm
believe.
drinking all the vodka right now with the pineapple juice. But I bought the pineapple juice a while back, but it said that it should only expire in like 2021 of April. And I've kept it refrigerated the whole time, so I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. And I'm just sitting here looking at this thing. I'm like, is there enough vodka in here? I used 3 cans of pineapple juice, but I don't know if there's gonna be enough vodka to deal with whatever the fuck we're covering today.
Well, if you're wondering, then no.
The answer
There's
is probably you're correct on that.
Yeah.
The answer is just go ahead and shotgun it.
I'm probably not going to shotgun pineapple juice. That does not sound like a sound plan.
It sounds like a winning
Yeah, it
strategy to
sounds
me.
Fucking terrible, not gonna lie.
No,
it will-
no,
you will lose
I'm
your-
actually not
It
gonna
will
do
burn
that.
off your tongue.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do that. No.
That's like
It's almost
gonna
as if I'm
shake
encouraging
us off
Sneaky to make
acid.
bad decisions to hasten his demise.
Yeah, except I'm too good at
Yeah.
not making bad decisions.
That's a fucking lie.
Yeah. What the fuck? Didn't we? Yeah, no, we already covered Duel. Why is this?
Yeah, we did. You forget to move it?
No, it wasn't moved for some fucking reason. Okay, that's.
I mean, maybe they
Anyway,
forgot
so
Hmm.
let's see what we got here tonight.
What the fuck?
What do you guys feeling like tonight? You know?
I mean, I would say plumb the well of Gundam, but there's never anything suitably
Yeah.
bad in there.
Yeah.
And I also
That or he
can't speak
manages to
anything
pick the
about
shit
Gundam.
Oh, the other issue is he picks like the little side series that I haven't watched yet, or that you haven't
probably.
seen yet. The few times he has, he's just completely missed the mark.
Yeah, I just completely missed the mark all the time, so I just kind of gave up. That's right. We also already covered this one, didn't we? Hail to the Zero Queen.
Yeah, we did that
Yeah,
one.
That
covered
sounds
that already as
familiar.
well, yeah.
All right, hold on, Stinky. Let me consult the wheel of random shit in my head.
All right.
Warhammer
Here's on the
40k in
extra.
Final Fantasy. Does that exist?
No,
That
not that I'm
sure
aware of, but I also don't like Final Fantasy and barely know any of the plot for it.
I'm sure that
I
exists.
mean, that's perfectly valid, but let's just see if any exist. You don't
Oh
have to
no,
read
I'm
it.
sure it does. It's just
Yeah, I would just rather not know the answer.
Anyway.
Oh, can you do a
alright.
fucking Ruby one? Because God knows you tear into that really
sure,
well.
I sure can do a Ruby one. So now with that decided,
Why?
hello internet. This is Fanfiction
boy.
Contempt Theater 9003
I'm sorry, how
episode
long
81.
have we not been live?
Oh no, we've been live the whole time. I just never
Okay,
did
good.
my scream.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we've actually been live the whole time. Don't concern yourself with that.
Oh yeah, can I shill my product or no?
No. We've decided on no. It's a 3-3
Why
vote
not?
of no. Because we said so.
That's gay.
Welcome to libertarianism.
That's gay. as
Yep,
fuck.
the
God, I
free
hate
market has
I hate
decided
democracy.
your product is.
Your product has been rejected.
Well, what's wrong with the product?
We don't care about it.
Yeah. And you're
Damn.
not promoting it. And if you try, we'll mute you.
Fine.
So anyway, Ruby fix, eh? You know what? I got a Ruby Bloodborne fic here.
Oh dear God!
I can't wait for
Oh.
it to be one we've already covered.
It's not.
Oh,
just
how
one
about
series,
you know what?
It's two.
To meet both requirements,
Great.
let us do a Warhammer Ruby crossover.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Are we gonna be doing this in honor of the whatever the fuck that trailer was for Volume 8?
I didn't
You know
watch
what? I regret watching that.
I didn't watch it, and I'm glad. But
I
But
looked
the
at it
Space
like, what is this shit?
the Space Marines are getting new stuff, so we can do it in honor of the Space Marines getting new stuff.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to bring up. Everyone bring up this. Yeah. Anyway, so this is Wolves of Remnant, a Warhammer Ruby crossover.
That is disgusting.
Oh, leave the Space Wolves out of it.
In the closing years of the 41st millennium, the Emperor of Man has lost yet another son. This cannot stand. It will not stand. The Emperor will save his son and ensure his survival, whatever it takes,
Wait.
even if it means losing him again.
The
Wait.
Emperor
What?
literally doesn't care about his kids.
What? Wait.
Yeah,
The Emperor will save his son, ensure his survival, whatever it takes, even if it means losing him.
Did you snag this from Isley?
I had to, yeah, I've
Straight from the mind
had
of the
to.
demon.
Did Isley link this before or something?
Back on the 9th of this month.
Yeah, then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell
I was like,
me.
this title is really familiar.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
this
that's
is
why.
I
'Cause it was 2
I
weeks
just
ago.
can't. I literally can't understand the latter half of this summary. The Emperor won't let himself lose his son, so he's going to save his son, even if that means losing his son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he playing favorites? Doesn't he have multiple sons?
Oh, he's got 16 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wait,
no, but it's the same son though, Max. So son A, Emperor doesn't want to lose son A, and so he will do whatever it takes to keep son A alive, even if that means son A dies.
Maybe he's referring to losing him as a family member instead of like him physically dying. It's more of
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Here's
save
the
him.
thing,
Even if it
we
means
need more
he hates me.
clarification.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
from
author
a
was
lot of
very
context.
yeah.
This
But
is
it's
missing a
no
lot of
context.
context here.
Losing him just means isekaiing him to somewhere fucking else.
Presumably.
Presumably Remnant in this world.
He's
Yeah,
alive,
it is.
but
Oh, I don't know if you guys read the.
He's alive, but I had to send him to Konosuba.
But
I don't know if
that
you guys
was
read
lost.
the author's note here. Yeah, apparently he's reborn into the body of John, and that's
Oh wow, I
kinda
want to
cringe.
fucking
So,
shoot myself.
that is
Hold
that
on,
is
you
that is
know
the dude.
what?
It's like, I
3
saved my
shots of
son.
vodka
I'm
ain't fucking enough for this. Okay, let's go. What's here? 4 shots and a 5 shots and a. Oh
What
right,
is the
that should be enough.
40K? What is the 40K equivalent of Truck-kun?
Fucking, I don't know.
Honestly, I would
I'm-
say Eldar-kun. Well, no, more specifically, Farseer-kun.
Possible, yeah.
That's
Fucking
probably the closest.
Random
Would be
fucking
the-
farseer just comes up and yeets someone into another world.
You have got to be removed from this timeline. It sends you to Konosuba.
Or alternatively, it's a Warhammer Konosuba crossover where the Emperor of Mankind takes the place of Aqua in shuffling people from other worlds into his.
Oh god.
Yes, I want that.
And that's actually
That
where all the
sounds terrible.
saints are coming from.
Saint Celestine is actually Tanya.
Yeah.
Hey, is this a trademarked idea, or can I take this?
Go for it. I don't fucking care because I'm never gonna write it.
Yeah. That's essentially this podcast. I hate everything, but I'm not gonna write.
Hey, look, the last time I tried to write something, it ended up doing really well, and then I stopped
Yeah.
writing for it.
Ankles, and I told Dad
What
no.
is
Look
the
at that.
reason? Success. I guess I'll stop.
Okay.
I was just
Success
like, wow,
to
this takes a
YT.
lot of fucking effort to keep putting out chapters. I'm just gonna not.
Guys,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have
Or
Scarab
this,
going
you
on
like.
with Grey still.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's still going on, but that's Gray doing most of the writing now.
True.
Because previously, it was literally I was writing maybe 75% of
Yeah.
of Two Step Goodbye, and he was basically only doing the fight scenes.
That's fair.
Anyway, so yeah, author's note. If you are reading my flagship story... Oh, sorry, if you have read my flagship story, Team Ruby watches classic movies and reacts to them.
Oh god.
Get thee gone, foul demon.
It's like
Are you fucking
even worse
serious?
version of a YouTube channel. Fucking react channels. Except it's in a written form, so it's like
This is a
10 times
written
fun.
react channel.
I swear to God.
Hold on.
Liquor
I have
Secret
to. I have to
was a
copy
bad
and
move.
paste this into another server just to point out something.
You gonna put that in shit quotes?
No, I'm putting it in on a different server.
Yeah. It belongs to shit quotes though.
Oh.
It
I
does
like look-
belong in shit quotes, honestly.
Yeah. Fucking oh god.
But does it
If you're-
belong in scrub quotes?
I don't know. That channel doesn't
Yeah.
exist on my servers, so
Yeah.
fuck you.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, no. Look, if your flagship story is X watches Y,
Reaction.
reaction
Yeah,
story,
that's
then that's just sad, honestly. That speaks volumes about you as a person.
It's bad, and you should feel bad.
Exactly. Genuinely, like, what the fuck?
You will have figured out that I am a huge fan of Warhammer 40k, and I like the Space Wolves in particular. We
I'm
have
sorry,
passed a
since when
year.
is 40k a classic film?
I don't
Good
know.
question.
Yeah, you
That-
dude, you've never seen the
Thank
the
you,
cult,
Super
the cult
Potatoes.
classic Ultramarines? So good.
Fucking Super Potatoes.
I'm gonna need you to never speak again.
Okay.
Totally lost the
Um,
commute. Oh, God.
This, I mean, my very name should be a clue. I like the Space Wolves. What's his name? Old Wolf Logan. I just thought that was a
Uh,
that was
X-Men
Dark
thing.
Souls.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. There's a lot of things that could have been. I really wouldn't have jumped to 40k at first, to be honest.
I wouldn't have jumped to
I
40k
mean-
at all.
The only thing I can think about is that they're talking about Logan Grimnar, but why not like put more of Grimnar's name in there?
I couldn't tell you. This is essentially my take on Vivix's idea. Oh, Jesus fuck. So not only is this author the kind of person who writes a React channel video to fictional characters reacting to classic movies, he's also taking other people's ideas to write. Which, as we all know, never ends well.
Of course.
Old Wolf Logan could be literally any high fantasy story. That is correct, Super Potatoes.
Yeah.
Basically.
The Primarch reborn into the body of John Arc. I really just, I really just
Okay,
hate,
first of all,
I hate
talk
it.
about a hell of a downgrade.
I hate it. I get the reason why people use John Arc, because he is literally the flat audience insert character. He was designed like that by Monty, and I've said my piece on why Monty is not a writer before.
He's
But
the isekai character.
It's the same reason why I understand that like people replace Saito and in Familiar Zero. It's like I get it. It's a flat character that is easy to replace with other cooler things.
Like 97% of anime protagonists.
I get it. But he's just replace him, please. Just replace him. Don't make it be John Arc. Just literally shit fuck McGee, the Primarch Isekai, takes the place of John Arc. Just John Arc never fucking makes it the Beacon, period. His story's done. He goes back home, he becomes a farmer, marries some wife with 3 freckles and a red ponytail, and that has 29 kids. That's the end of his story. He also died one day because he tripped on his own fork. You don't need to make it a John Arc literal like isekai. Just don't have John Arc show up.
Just a fucking John
He
Arc
never
dies.
existed, and he
Like-
doesn't exist, and nothing of value was lost.
Yeah, literally though, it's like it's not like a Naruto story where you have to make the main character Naruto because the whole crux of how everything gets solved is derived from Naruto and his power level. So you can't
Well,
have a
no,
Naruto
well,
story. What?
The reason they don't want to switch out John is because of his name and the way the teams work. They'd have to actually be creative
I
and think of a
know.
new team
Yeah.
name.
I know,
basically.
I know. But still, like that. But that's evidence to me that the story has no creativity in it, though. When they just do a straight insert into John to.
Well, I also want to point
replace
out,
shit.
Sweet Lord, they picked one of the worst Primarchs to send to Beacon.
Yeah, Russ. Dirty.
Like he is one of the most. Honestly, he's the Primarch that I'm most surprised didn't hop on the Chaos train.
I mean, they kind of got that chaos shit going on with the whole Beastkin shit.
No, that's confirmed just a gene mutation.
But why wouldn't he fit into Beacon? Well, I mean, for obvious reasons. But I mean, like, specifically as to
His entire attitude is completely anti-team.
That makes zero fucking sense. You don't just. Oh yeah, George, I heard you had a gene mutation. Yeah, you just turn into a werewolf occasionally. It's like, that doesn't sound like
No.
a gene mutation.
So
Sounds like a
okay,
problem.
yes, you're right. Sneaky. The long story
Sounds
short
like a you
is
problem.
Russ was like,
Yeah, exactly.
okay, we can't make them as dope as Primarchs, but I bet I can make my Space Marines doper than everybody else's Space Marines by shoving a little bit of wolf in there.
Okay, alright, fine, alright.
And
Fine, yeah.
essentially, if because they don't have proper science anymore, sometimes because the Space Wolves get their magic Space Wolf genes from literally drinking it. Like there's a special concoction where they drink it.
It's
So
a
sometimes
retroviral. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
retroviral.
so
okay.
sometimes somebody messes up. It's essentially guessed that here's basically, oops, the Rune Priest messed up the dosage, and that guy got more wolf than he got Space Marine. So if he's not careful, the angry wolf side makes him stabby and murderous.
Makes him a
Kind
furry.
of like, yeah, kind of like how the Generation 2 of the Spartan 3s were like, yo, what if we just start dosing them with hate?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's fine. I'll allow that hand wave.
Is it dumb? Of course it's dumb,
I'll
but it's
allow the hand
40k.
wave. Yeah, I'll allow the hand wave. But, at least they're not being like, oh yeah, it was a genetic mutation, and that's why they're called the Space Wolves. It's like, okay, no, it actually was intentional. It's like, okay, alright, fine. As long as it was intentional.
Yeah, and then,
Yes. I intended for them to become furries.
but some of them are just like complete, like the Red Thirst.
That's my
As
plan
far as
all
I know,
along.
that's just like, oops, you got shit luck, kids.
Yeah. But anyway, Chapter 1, Pilot Episode, Imperial Palace, Terra, Sol System, Year 999, M41. The Emperor of Mankind sat immobile on his golden throne, as he did most days. Wait, what do you mean as he did most days?
There's the
I know.
technical theory that the Star Child may be running around, and that the Star Child is the Emperor's. I'm trying to think. How do I say this?
Conscious.
Fragments of his consciousness,
Okay.
like.
Sometimes he just gets up and goes up for a morning walk, but only occasionally
Yeah,
when the
like,
custodians.
can you imagine the fucking, like, conspiracy of that? Like, the Emperor's like, oh shit, I gotta take a piss, and gets up and goes to the bathroom, and then, you know, some Magos runs into the throne room being like, Emperor, I need to tell you important information. The throne's fucking empty, and it's like, what? And the Emperor comes out of the bathroom and sits back on the throne.
No, you got Sneaky. You forget. There's got to be like the obnoxiously loud toilet flush.
Of course, yeah. And then the fucking bananas come out, and they're like, I'm sorry, but you aren't allowed to leave. And then they kill him. You have seen too much.
Wait. Hang on. Give me a fucking second.
The fucking oiled bananas come out.
You've seen too much.
Indeed, pretty much. Though today would turn out to be different from the rest. What does that mean? On this day, all of Terra would be engulfed in rain.
Okay.
Rain caused by the sadness of their master.
That sounds like the fucking Padme thing.
Fucking
She
God's
died of
crying
sadness.
right now, guys.
Fuck.
For the master of mankind knew he had lost yet another loyal son. Of the 9 Primarchs who remained loyal to him after Horus's... Why is there an S after that apostrophe?
Because most people don't understand that you just put an apostrophe if the thing ends with S.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually technically what you're supposed to do.
I learned that pretty early on. Not very many other people did though.
Yeah, he knew the locations of 4. One could say 5, but really, Corvus was a chaotic mutation than he was a Primarch.
So
Really?
no, he's not. Sanguinus is dead.
No, he says
Yeah.
Sanguinus and Ferris.
Yeah,
both
okay,
died.
okay. Yeah, Rogel died in one of the Black Crusades. Yep. Vulcan was assumed dead fighting the Beast. No. Vulcan's dead.
Though the Emperor suspected Vulcan may yet live because he is, after all, a perpetual. That is.
What is a perpetual?
Okay, there's this.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's this whole other thing in 40k. Perpetuals are people who have obtained, like, they've attained just enough, like, deity power that you can't ever actually kill them. They'll come back some way.
Okay, so
Sort of like
for
how
all
Creed
intents and
was.
purposes, immortality.
Yeah, sort
Yeah,
of like how
wha-
Creed was before they retconned it.
They're just different flavors of it.
Yeah, so like you can kill him, right? You can kill him and cut his head off and launch him into a sun and he'll be dead. But he will, in some form, return.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's a little bit dumb. I don't like it.
It's exceptionally dumb.
Of the 4 who lived, the situation was not ideal. Gully Man was being held in stasis by his sons on Macragge. Lion was deeply comatose compared to lightly comatose.
Mm-hmm.
But kept safely, though unwittingly guarded by his sons, deep within the rock. and he was fairly certain Jagahatai was causing no end of havoc within the webway. The fourth was Liman Rus, wild, uncontrollable Liman, who had set off into the warp to find a way to cure his father and died in the attempt.
That is completely non-canonical.
Yeah, no, that's not canon at all.
I was gonna say, and the new canon is, by the way, all the Wolfen came out of the warp, so we're pretty sure that Russ is still in there somewhere and was like, okay, they're losing. Guys, go clean it up. I'm gonna keep looking for this tree. Go, just go. I'll be here. In fact, the only Primarch that we know literally nothing about is Jagatai, whatever the fuck his name is. He's the only one we know literally nothing about.
Mm-hmm. Location.
Other than that he one day said, fuck the Eldar, and drove into the webway on a bike.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
That okay?
Location: Village of Atika, Sanis, Lost Colonial World Remnant. Oh boy, we're going for a fusion. No! Guys, we're going for a fusion world!
We really don't need a fusion world.
You really don't, but hey, we're doing it! Also, wilderness space, so apparently PvP is enabled here.
Oh no. Oh no.
You've entered a PvP-enabled zone.
What? You have gained the gamer powers. Steps outside of house. Forced PvP enabled.
Oh god, I don't know how many of you actually got that joke.
I got it.
Rune-
Fucking
yeah,
RuneScape.
I'm aware. Haven't played it, but I'm aware of it.
It should be around here somewhere. Entered the wilderness. Ah, shit, this was a trap.
How it be sometimes.
Or, man, I really need to get some law runes to make easy money. Entered the wilderness. Dead.
Yep. Year 1991. Why? I'll get like. So this is the other thing, right? That just don't. When it comes to Ruby, just don't put the year in. Honestly, just don't ever mention the year of anything, because what you have to keep in mind though when you're making a year calendar is you have to both source the start. What is day 0? What is day 0 of your yearly calendar? For us, we base it off of Christ, quote unquote. Mostly the Romans saying this is day 0, and we just all went okay.
The Romans said, today is the 0th day. Gotcha.
And so we
I mean,
kind of
Romans
like, okay.
for most of their time used the different starting date.
They used the concept. They used
The founding
consulships
of
as
Rome.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was based on the founding of Rome.
Medieval
About
scholars
700
were the
years
ones who.
before Christ.
Yeah, medieval scholars were the one who used BC and AD and basically
Hmm.
cemented that.
Okay.
And then, we got to, like, the year, like, I don't know, I would guess probably the 1800s, and all the fucking science people were like, wah, Christ isn't real, we shouldn't use him, so we're gonna make the modern era. God,
I never write in like current era. I'm like, that's just gay.
It's cringe. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cringe, to be honest.
It's like it's atheist cringe, and I'm like missing with that gay shit.
Well, no, it's
I'm
not
like-
even that. It's just like, if we had like some sort of fucking emperor, like the entire emperor of all of Asia, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna base our calendar off of, when the emperor dies and when the new one, starts up, and we're gonna call those the eras. It's like, oh, you know what? Fine, yeah, that's fine. Fucking controls an entire goddamn continent the size of half the world. I'm fine with basing a calendar off how long he's alive.
Yeah, but no, instead they're like, wah, Jesus wasn't real, and so then a bunch of Christians launched archaeological digs to be like, haha, fuck you, he was real. We proved it with your science.
But
the problem isn't really was Jesus real. It's more like, was he actually the son of God? Did he do the magic things?
Well, yes.
Did do the magic things, indeed.
Yeah. And there's still no proof of any of that.
Yes,
Except
you are
in
correct
the
about
Bible.
that.
So sure, some weird ass, probably drug smoking man named Jesus did exist at that point in time.
Oh no,
Was executed by the
there
Romans.
is a record of a
But-
carpenter
Yeah, exactly.
named,
Who pretended?
Joseph.
Jesus.
Yep.
He
No,
goes to my
Joseph.
backyard.
Yeah, like Joseph definitely exists. Enough. I'm trying to get to it. Enough of the Bible has been historically proven that it can be used as a, if you edit out the parts that are obviously unproven, like that some people marched around a fucking castle and blew some trumpets and the walls fell the fuck down.
They hit
It's
the
an
brown
accurate
note.
I mean, I'm still a big fan of the story where some kids call a guy bald, so he summons 2 bears to maul them.
Yeah.
Good times.
I really wish we kept those ranger powers around.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to get some more ranger classes out in this
All
current
I'm
modern
saying
era.
Summon
is
bear.
kids would be a lot more respectful if the guy sitting on the porch could be like, you think you're funny? Bears.
It's actually a secret art of the park ranger, the ability to summon bears.
I summon Smokey the bear.
Only
you can prevent
the
forest
thought
fires.
is like ruining
Yogi.
Yellowstone National Park,
I don't
taking a
care.
selfie. Bear.
Yeah, suddenly bear. But anyway, so yeah, year 1991. 1991 of what? Of
The
what?
reign of the law.
Is this gonna be a Harry Potter crossover too?
Sure,
I was
maybe.
just thinking that.
know.
I'm glad I'm not the only person who's not that.
I was really suspicious of the 91, but no, I just don't like it when they put the year in, because it's just like year 2000 XX of what? What are you basing your count of since you started civilization in the current iteration?
Then that's in the far future of Remnant, I guess.
Like,
Where there is only war.
it's just so
Yes,
dumb,
exactly.
I just don't like how, I just don't like it. It just adds so
Dumb,
much. It adds so much more lore to the world that the author doesn't account for, doesn't actually add in, just implies that it exists, and is just like, yeah, no, this is the year. Will it ever come up again? No. Is it ever relevant? No. Does it imply a lot of shit? Yes. Will I ever touch that? No.
Well, it also implies a massive series of problems, because everybody who's like, it's a 40k fusion, aura is psyker powers. I'm like, okay,
I
then
hate
what
that.
about the warp?
Yeah, no, I hate that, because I've seen like
Also,
Mhm.
so also like because it's essentially isekai, right? story.
Yeah, this is an
Yeah.
isekai apparently.
Why?
It's
Why
starting to
would
look
it
like
be in
this
the
is
same
less than isekai
world?
and more reincarnation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it feels weird because it's like, why in the same world, like the same universe, would be reincarnated, right? Because that's sort of the thing with reincarnation is you're taken to another world almost. That's sort of like the
Well,
That's the
that's
the
really
crux
that's
behind
really dependent. If we're talking about anime reincarnation, yes. If we're talking about
Okay.
Hindu reincarnation, no.
this fucking dude is clearly not basing this shit off of Hindu reincarnation.
You don't know that.
Yeah. I mean, technically that's Buddhist reincarnation, but
Whatever.
which was
details-
co-opted by the
details.
Hindu. That's a whole
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah, whatever.
I
But
know.
anyway, point being is that
Just
it's
think about
dumb,
it.
and the author's dumb, and I don't like the fact that he made it a fusion world for no clear point. Like, I guess he's gonna make it a plot point later on after the entirety of the Ruby plot's over and done with, that John Ark, aka, Mr. Russ himself, comes back with a whole planet behind him, I guess, to the 40k, and then the author starts writing 40k. But we all know the truth here is that the author's never gonna finish the Ruby part of this story and actually get to the part where John Ark unites the world behind him and takes it back into the 40k verse. We all know that's never gonna actually fucking happen.
Why
Of
would
course
he?
not. Yeah. Also, I just
So-
want to point this out. I was reading ahead, and
Yeah.
his parents'
Why?
names. One, well, because I looked, I saw the fucking names, and I got kind of curious.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're all JoJo's
Oh, yeah.
names.
They're all JoJo names.
Joseph, Susie. Those are the two fucking. That's the second season's character, like main characters, I guess. So
Oh,
Susie's
sorry.
wife, and then
Right.
Jonathan is his grandfather, and I'm like, oh, that's the first JoJo.
Oh,
Hmm.
fucking Christ! I
Unoriginal.
literally want to stab myself in the throat. I hate JoJo fans. I do.
Yeah.
I honestly do.
Oh God!
Well,
why? It's
yeah.
actually that. Oh, man.
I hate JoJo fans because JoJo is a. At times it's an okay anime. Other times it's a pretty good anime. But the fans make it on. Oh, did you see the thing? And did you know that it's about the gays? And did you know that it's about? I don't care.
Oh, this just in. Atin is homophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So anyway.
Yeah, that's the
fucking
best
or like how Paw Patrol recently did a bunch of JoJo poses with one of those
I'm like,
scenes,
what is the crossover here?
and everyone was flipping shit like, "Oh my God, they did JoJo poses," and it's just like.
What do you mean Reddit?
Like,
Oh, hey, they're doing reference to a show I will never let my children under 13 watch.
yeah.
Honestly, you probably shouldn't let the children over 30. You should probably wait until they're like 15 or 16. Let's be honest.
You should also just like keep them from ever watching JoJo.
My opinion on the anime is ambivalent. It's the sort of same opinion I hold with My Little Pony, Undertale, pretty much anything else that the fans have absolutely ruined for me. Like,
Yeah.
they're just so obnoxious that it makes me not want to participate in the media in the slightest, regardless of what I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
just
see
like, I just don't want to.
I still don't understand that.
What, not participating in the media or being so obnoxious on it that you chase away people?
Letting yourself be chased away, I've never been able to correlate to that at all.
I don't want to
Like,
put effort
the only
into
time,
it.
the
It-
only time I've ever been like, I'm not watching this out of spite is when it's like, you managed to piss me off by making some really bad arguments, so I'm not watching this just because fuck you specifically.
It's mostly out of spite, to be honest. But
I
it's,
wasn't driven away by
mm,
the fan.
yeah.
It's just a personal fuck you because I know how much they love this thing.
Because a lot of the shows was Undertale out when we were in college, Atten?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so during college, fucking everyone was like Undertale, My Little Pony, JoJo, her.
That was
and-
fucking college for you guys. Oh god. Middle
And
school again.
it was literally just like, I am
mm.
specifically not going to participate in this media just because you like it now, because you won't shut the fuck up about it. I am specifically not going to go to this media now. Because
Nice.
that was half of the conversations
Yeah.
at college. Was somebody talking about one of the most popular medias at the time, and it's just like, I literally have heard the last 50 people I've interacted with make some mention of this. I am now going to purposely, out of spite, not look this shit up just because I hate you.
Well, see, like I got kind of lucky in that, like, I heard about Undertale and I played it pretty early on before people started like going insane about it. And I was like, okay, this is okay. Like, is there better stuff? Yeah, but this is okay, right?
Yeah.
And it did some cool stuff with tropes. And it did the jump scary mess with your files and all that stuff, and stuff that eventually Doki Doki would go on to do better with
Yep.
real
Oh,
art.
God. I was just thinking you were gonna mention that.
Yeah, because it did.
Yeah, I'm aware. Just my brain was too far ahead.
Ugh. But no, yeah, no. I was the same with Undertale. Really, I didn't play it ever, but I did hear about it. I looked into it. I was like, oh hey, I'm seeing these tropes here. I like that. That's some pretty creative writing. Oh, that's a cool idea. And
Well, and genuinely good self-made music. Like,
oh yeah. And some of the fan musics were okay at the start as well. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And I found some good comics written for it. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then the people just went fucking wild, and everyone was creating a goddamn AU, And it was like, oh, what if the story was actually completely reversed? Everyone has reversed genders, all the roles are swapped, and they're actually all humans, and on top of that, they all have chakra. It's like, what? Is this a what?
Yeah.
And then the names just became progressively more cringe. Like, Ink Underswap Helltail, and it's like, what?
Yeah, it's a shame because honestly, Sneaky is someone who enjoys interesting takes on writing. I'm sure you would have enjoyed that game if it wasn't for your shit reflexes.
Oh god, I have fucking the worst reflexes. I could not play that game if I wanted to.
Because I remember I was like, Sneaky, have you heard of Undertale? Yeah, I'm starting to hear things. You should probably play it before it gets ruined. I did not expect how well they would ruin it.
Oh god, they just ruined it.
Kind of
Wait,
impressive,
so
honestly.
you mean it became AO3? I mean, it got co-opted by AO3 effectively.
Well, because the other thing is like it. I'm trying to think how to say this. Right?
Tumblr really took to it.
Yeah, Tumblr really
Tumblr took to it
it.
because the
Yeah.
guy who made it bothered to give a semi decent depiction of like a normal relationship that happened to have gay people, and he didn't do it in an obnoxious way
Exactly.
either. Like
Yeah.
it's just like they're gay. The end.
Wait, what? You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fish and the lizard.
Oh, yeah,
Huh.
right.
Alphys and Undine, I think.
Undine, whatever. Anyway, so
One of them
back
has
to
the
this
cool
garbage
boss
story.
fight.
Cool.
One of them's like the
Yeah.
literal embodiment of a shut-in otaku who masturbates to anime characters.
Well, literally masturbates to anime characters. But anyway, so yeah, JoJo joke, ha 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 ha, yeah, you large family, ha ha ha.
Funny.
And they
joke,
did a bunch
yeah,
of
family.
stuff and blah blah blah. Oh, by the way,
Joke!
John's got a twin sister named Joan.
Funny joke.
Ha ha ha! It's John and Joan Arc. Ha!
Mm.
Ketamine I must steal.
Anyway,
I win.
so Joan's a better fighter than him, and he's pretty meh. Blah blah blah.
I'm sorry. The reincarnation of Riemann Lust.
Riemann
Rust. There we
Lust.
go. Lehman Rust is supposed to be bad at fighting.
Atin, are you
Riemann
Asian by
Lust.
chance? Are you one of us?
Wait, what
Oh
do you mean,
god.
one of you? I don't want to be one of you.
Anyway,
That's too bad.
so and that's what he believed until one day he went to Vale, and they were all celebrating Yoan's introduction into the militia. What?
Okay.
By the name of Greco.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Celebrating her induction into the militia. Wait,
What the fuck?
why would you celebrate that? Like,
That's some
She's the base
Cadian
libertarian?
shit.
no. I mean, yes, but it's like, it's not like he joined the army celebrations. It's like, oh, you joined the group of people that are gonna be walking around our town and making sure Grim don't kill it. Yay! This is a big celebration we should be having for this. Question
Like,
mark.
at most, it should be like,
now.
good job, son. You're helping keep everyone safe.
Yeah, it'd be like a
Well,
private celebration.
Daughter
if
this kid
anything,
and let
I'd
her
say.
chance.
Anyway, so he's moping in the
Burns down
streets
the
of.
forest.
He's moping in the streets of Vale, lamenting his crushed dreams.
Of
Of-
getting into the militia?
Apparently, because we didn't have any dreams established before now, but they're definitely crushed. And then he met a man by the name of Greco.
Is
Your
his
brother
last name
Robot.
Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Greco.
Yeah,
Hey.
I like that everyone jumped to that.
Really weird guy, semicolon. White trench coat. That really weird guy is not a sentence. White trench coat, also, the proper usage would be really weird guy, colon, but that still would not be appropriate because the first part of that still has to be a sentence. The colon would be used in this scenario specifically to be like, here's his description, look how weird he is, which actually is the appropriate usage of a colon. It's just that the author didn't actually get the correct grammar before the colon. So, half points, I guess? You tried? Here's a
Well,
D.
it looks like he had 2 sentences here, and he was like, "Fuck it," and he connected them with a colon, which is why
That's-
the fucking glowing part is still capitalized.
What part? Oh.
Glowing, yeah.
Oh, why is there a
Glowing.
colon there?
Good
What?
fucking question.
I was talking about the semicolon before that.
Oh,
What the fuck? Why is there a
actually,
colon?
wouldn't that have? Actually, wouldn't the semicolon have been a colon?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I was saying. The semicolon
Okay,
should have
yeah.
been a colon, but
I
he
see, I was
also
just
should have
expecting
had
the other
more.
colon.
Yeah, no. I didn't even know there was a second fucking colon. What the?
No, and that you're not supposed
But
to.
that
use
doesn't even make
more
any
than one of those
sense.
sentences, right?
Honestly, actually, they should be swapped. To be honest, really weird guy colon description of the guy, then the semicolon here because the two statements are still connected, and they are basically separate sentences. But they're not quite distinctly separate sentences because it's still talking about what the guy was doing for him. So that it would actually be correct if he swapped them.
Also, but
Mhm.
he writes this like it's like the guy, like someone's talking to you. Like this is very
Yeah,
colloquially
yes,
like,
it is,
spoken.
this is a
But that doesn't
very
sound
much
right.
yeah.
You don't
It's,
just be like, yeah, because this is something. Yeah, I go up to someone, I'm like, oh hey, you
Yeah.
see this guy? And he'd be like, oh yeah, real world guy, white trench coat, orange hair. But you don't like write that out.
no,
Hmm.
it's a spoken third person past tense narrator basically, where you're basically sitting down with John right now, and he's telling you the story of like how he got here. Basically, that's what the narration is sounding like, which is again weird because we haven't had the moment where the author goes, "John is telling you this story." No, he's portraying it as this is actively happening, and you're listening to John.
Which, by the way, it's not John telling me this story.
Yeah.
It's a guy
But
named.
but actually, it is John because he's not Lehman Russ yet.
Oh
And
wait,
why is he not
wait,
Lehman
what?
Russ yet?
Oh, because just wait for it. Just
Yeah,
Well,
of
actually,
course,
We're just
no, no,
waiting for the
things
spirit of
happen.
Lehman Russ to come down from the heavens and possess this boy.
Yeah, no, I'm actually that's actually what I'm sure about is because it started when he was like presumably born. So was he like? Did
Also,
Russ die and then?
yeah.
Side note, Lehman Russ would never allow himself to return as a punk ass psychic ghost.
No, he wouldn't. No.
He would actually be mad at himself and try to will himself out of existence.
But anyway, yeah, white trench coat, orange hair, eyeliner. Yeah, his name's Roman.
I'm not gonna be a psychic.
But okay, so you know what? I'll give credit where credit's due. Well done, author Greco Roman. Ha 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 ha. Look at the dumb shark. Everyone laughed at the dumb shark. Silly dumb shark. Reference that probably only Arn would get.
Yeah.
But he was offering a deal of a lifetime, glowing transcripts to Beacon in exchange for the promise of a favor. No idea what kind of favor, but just that one that would happen. Yeah, okay.
Okay, look, even if
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
behind the wall.
spirit of
That's
Russ
how
is somewhere
Constitution has
inside
those
this kid's
rights.
head, it would be like, what
Fuck
are you
it,
doing
no.
not being honest and cheating your way into combat school?
Also allowing himself to be this fucking weak that he can't even get into combat school.
Yeah, like,
I mean, yeah. But
none of this is consistent
But I mean,
with
like,
primary
we've
knowledge.
gone over that part like hundreds of thousands of fucking times, where it makes absolutely no sense that someone who wants to go to combat school doesn't know anything about combat. I find it utterly retarded that you have that as a character, but then have them succeed anyway. Like, if you had that be like a joke character, like, oh, look at this dumbass, he's getting rejected because he went to combat school without knowing anything about combat, and then you move on to the real main character, I would have been like, okay, haha, that's pretty funny. But no, you're like, no, this dipshit has never even heard of Aura before, but somehow lies his way into an Aura-based combat school.
So why didn't he ever get like training from like I mean like from his parents or anyone like that? Like that's he's come from, like, a family of husbands.
Because John as a concept was originally just supposed to be an audience insert character who was there specifically for the purpose of explaining the world in an expedient manner to a character in universe, but in actuality using that character to explain the world to the audience. He was not supposed to be the main character.
The
They
main
made
character
him.
was
The main character.
yeah. The main character was always, of course, in fact, supposed to be Ruby Rose.
But they decided to
No
de-main
way.
character Ruby Rose and main character John and John's team
Can you believe it?
for no apparent fucking reason.
Imagine that.
But again, it could have been a situation where if they just used John as a introductory character and they're like, yeah, you know, he doesn't know anything or he doesn't know much, and this character gets an introduction and then he just gets shuffled off into the fucking background and we never really hear from him again until like 4 seasons
Right,
down
or
the
there's
line.
1,001 things you could do with him. The boy named, you know, come up with an anagram for Lehman Russ, right? Don't make it subtle.
Right.
Riemann Luss.
Yeah, it'd be
Lehman
like
Russ,
his parents named him George, but he wanted to be named
Jorge.
yeah.
Lemon.
He really liked
Real name
wolves,
was-
and he had
was
a
actually
special
Pedro.
sword that was just a normal sword, but also a chainsaw.
Everyone
But
called him
it's
but
just
he
so.
actually
I hate John as a character so much. I just fucking despise John as a character
Oh
so
my God.
much.
Right,
It's
or
John
even
Cena.
have him like even have right. You could even get a little right if you're looking to get a little meta with it and a little Emperor's text to speech device. Have him be like, I want to go to Beacon, and then the magic voice in his head says, "You mewling milksop, you're way too weak. I'm gonna drive now."
Anyway, so weeks turned to months. He began to think the headmaster saw through his transcripts, and then one day he got an email from Beacon saying he was accepted to Beacon. After getting congratulated by all of his sisters, they all ganged up and wailed on him for interrupting their sleep. Again, so okay, this is another confusion point for me, right? So apparently he's too fucking weak to get into Beacon alone. Like he's admittedly terrible. His whole family knows he's terrible compared to even his twin sister. And then one day he just comes fucking bolting into the fucking breakfast room or wherever. He's like, I got into Beacon, and everyone's just like, oh, congratulations, not like, hold the fuck up, how? Nobody
No,
in his
what?
family was like, hold on.
Pinky, you're not thinking of the other factor, and that's that they don't want him there, so that he's gonna go.
Oh
die,
yes,
and they're
of
like, okay.
course. It's
Yeah,
actually an
exactly.
abuse story where the whole family hated him, and
Yeah,
they
that's-
took
look, it's why they
weekly
beat him
turns
up.
raping him. You know.
Yep.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what was the last one there,
800
Sneaky?
anal
Yeah,
tears.
whenever they beat him up, they say die, Nine Tails. Oh, wrong fandom. My bad.
Sometimes they
whenever
got
they beat-
pitchforks and torches.
Whenever they
Yeah.
beat him up, he magically turned into a little fox boy that they then did horrible things to his butt with.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, they
Yeah.
gave him 327
wolf boy.
anal tears.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what we just did. Our local furry, my high school.
Classic sister, gotta get him laid.
And clip.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Pedro's here. He can clip that.
Indeed. Anyway, so the day
Oh,
before his
wow.
orientation, they all saw him off at the airport with all the love and support in the world. His
None of it
goodbye
will.
with Joan was particularly hard. Wait, so Joan could make it into Beacon, but she decided to become a militiaman instead?
Bruh.
Yeah, dude, she
I
wants to
could
stop
go
the
to
riot.
world-renowned combat school, and since, everything probably isn't going to die in 4 years, I can go, become amazingly talented, and then come back to protect my village. Or I could just join the militia.
This is what makes no fucking sense to me, right? It's like, yeah, he's got a twin sister, and she's far better than combat than him, and she could have gone to Beacon easy peasy, like full scholarship probably even. This is
Which,
the author,
by the way-
This is all shit
the
the
way-
author said, right? And then
yeah,
then the author's just
Just
like,
a
oh
side
yeah, she
note.
doesn't go
Sorry.
there.
Sneaky. Real
Yes.
quick side note: you have a twin sister.
Yeah.
Why are you going to Roman for fake transcripts? Be like,
Yeah.
sis, I really want to go to Beacon. You're not gonna go. Can I just lie and use your grades?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, then she beats him up, and then what is it that the Naruto abuse story rapes him in his fox form or some shit? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's what she does.
rapes him until he turns into a fox. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, there you go. I raped you so hard you turned orange.
Turn it to Trump.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
Orange man bad.
Orange man raped.
Anyway, when he arrived in his hotel in Vale, he received a message from Joanne. I know that you lied. I know what you did, and I understand.
Texts him, we know, with a black handprint on it. Except for the hotel, he's in a cabin.
This is your
Hey,
dream.
you're
Wait,
finally awake.
Yeah.
this is your
Hey,
dream,
you.
and nothing should keep you from it.
I mean, of course, barring your
You know what?
personal
I'm
safety,
gonna
but
put some more
Your
chips
own
down
skin,
on his
maybe.
family wants him dead. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy some. I'm gonna buy some more stock in the family wants him
Yeah,
dead theory.
buy my stocks, boys. I was
Yeah.
right.
This is your dream, and nothing should keep you from it. I know that you lied and you're completely inept at combat, but you should still pursue this.
Yeah.
This
God, I
could
hate-
literally kill you, but I support you in following the dream.
This is
This is
like
Sam
this is
Boyd,
like
Boys,
Wall
Boys,
Street bets level of this literally cannot go
Exactly.
tits up. This is that is the level we're currently at.
boys, honestly. No,
Anyway, I'll hunt you down and beat you myself before dragging you home back to mom. Make friends and become a great huntsman.
Wait,
Okay.
what happened to nothing should interfere with your dream?
I can interfere
Well,
with your
you
dream.
know, if anything
Nothing but a
interferes with her opinions of how he should execute his dream.
Except herself.
Yeah, indeed. John
God, I don't know
smiled.
what
At least he
John
didn't have to
wants to
keep a secret from his sister. Then it received another message. Also, get fucking laid.
okay.
Typical Joanne trying to get him laid.
Is his sister Mordred?
I guess we'll never
Yes.
find out because I'm not fucking reading anymore of this.
I was like, at first I thought there was like a Fate Grand Order Joan of Arc thing going on here, but
Gosh,
this
this is
sounds like Mordred.
Oh, you know what? I think we're pretty much all aware of Worm here, right?
No, I'm the
Regrettably.
only
No.
one
Oh,
who doesn't know.
unfortunately.
No, and thankfully so.
You know what? Actually, because Tojo is here, I probably got
Oh,
some
no.
Game of Thrones fix bumping around here somewhere.
That's
I know. I should know nothing. Yeah, I know nothing. Like I know barely anything. about Game
Stannis,
of
right?
Thrones.
I forgot about that was Stannis. Yeah, okay, fair
Sorry.
enough.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not-
gonna say that.
Oh wait,
yeah,
didn't we
I'm
already
not-
cover this fic?
Which one?
I feel like we've already covered Fate : Stay Night : Dragon of Dragons. I feel like
I don't know.
That sounds familiar.
Hang on. What's the ID on that one?
here's the ID.
Muhammad is the person being controlled. The Prophet Muhammad. So whenever someone sees him, they get beheaded in the street.
No, it's never been
No,
posted
wait.
before.
I know how we can take this up another
What?
level to make it more offensive.
Oh,
What's
Sneaky,
your
it has
semblance?
18th of March this year.
What? Who's been what now? 18th of March?
The fucking story.
Hey, I'm
What?
I'm born the 18th
Really?
of March.
Yeah, but I don't think you read it.
Oh,
No, wait. Oh no, you did. You did. You
no, I did. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, it was
What is it?
1 a.m. my time, so just after stream started.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay,
8
well,
March,
that's good
if
to
I
know.
remember it. Yep.
Put that in the covered.
Yeah,
I
you
was
must
probably
understand like-
pre-drinking on that day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Powers you earn? No. You know what? My Hero Academia. We're all aware of My Hero Academia here, right?
Yeah, familiar, but
mostly
I
not
I
caught
know,
up.
but I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah,
I wish I wasn't.
not caught up on the anime, but the
Don't
manga is
worry
fucking
about
going
that. We're never
places.
gonna make it past the first arc.
Good.
This is fan fiction.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good
true.
We're
point.
gonna make it past the prologue.
I was gonna say they'll be lucky if they make it to like day 2.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go now. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Powers you earn? No, I don't think we've done powers you've earned before.
Oh, Sneaky, I got a
I
question
don't
for you.
Huh?
Have you run into any fan fiction stories that are proper CYOA, like the old Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure books?
No, because they're actually banned on fanfiction.net.
That's weird.
Yeah, no, second person based stories, song fix, choose your own adventure stories, and
Why would
voting.
those?
They're all
Why would a proper CYOA be banned? I wonder.
because the audience is not supposed to be using the review section to vote on how the story should go. Basically.
No, Sneaky. I mean, I wrote out 30 chapters. At the end of each chapter, you have a choice. Whatever your choice is, you jump to this chapter. The old Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventures, where
okay.
yeah, I'm talking CYOA was actually good and
Oh
interesting.
no, I thought you
This-
meant a interactive choose your own adventure like they
no,
post.
not this
Yeah.
shit that fan fiction authors pawn off.
No,
No, I'm talking proper CYOA.
I'm not sure. I can't say for certainty why that's not allowed, but I believe their intention is to have every chapter be linking to the previous chapter, basically.
Mm.
I'm not really sure why. It's the same reason why they say you're not supposed to basically write omakes as their own separate chapter.
Why?
Because they're weirdly archaic with some stuff. With not even archaic, just draconic for no reason. Like
Yeah, they're like the government.
No, big gay. Okay.
Big government, big gay.
I mean, hey, if that means there ain't no quests, then I'm okay with it.
Based.
What the fuck is this garbage that Andros has just posted? What the fuck, Andros? Origins meets Parallel Universe Harry Potter Adventure crossover. This is a short crossover of my original fanfictions. A post-apocalyptic Potter from a parallel universe crossing over with Origins. In it, Harry Black and his harem show up after the Fae are introduced to New Atlantis and are offered sanctuary. I'm afraid it will lean towards how awesome Harry Black and his harem are. What?
Read it. Wait, hang on. I gotta check.
We're
TOS
not
first.
reading this, no.
I can't read.
It appears that Arn has reached levels of illegible.
Yes, I see you're as literate as the
Nah, but
average
like-
Russian peasant. Good job.
Look, all right. I opened the tab, and the fucking brightness and the size of the font compared to my like new 1440p monitor was just like I don't want to read
Blinded
this.
by the light.
It's 2 a.m. Too bright for me. And yes, that's with night mode on.
You should
Excellent.
probably go to sleep.
Nah.
No. Stay here and
I'm
suffer.
watching cute anime girl play Minecraft while shit posting on live chat, like, bro.
Oh, is
just
Ame
vibing.
playing?
Yeah, almost playing.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, what?
In a
Fuck.
stream just ended. Hololive. Join the rabbit hole.
Oh. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
VTuber hell on my Discord. Join it.
Indeed.
Fuck.
Alright.
Powers You Earn by Demon Monkey. Izuku wanted to be a hero
Return to monkey.
even before he knew what a quirk he had. Anima Kakatore.
Do they know
Someone should
what?
write like an Anprim.
Do they know what Kaka is?
Hey, Arn, you wanna go in on doubles with me and write an N-Prim story?
Fucking why not?
And
dude?
Prim Harry
dude.
returns the monkey.
Ted
Yeah, man.
Kaczynski of the fucking story.
Anima Kakatore finds a quirkless 6-year-old boy with the will of a hero, as he called it. Quote, there are two kinds of power, those you are born with, and powers you earn through hard work.
Bruh.
Are you saying
You just
make
fucking
free All
butchered
Might?
that. You just butchered that quote so fucking hard. Jesus Christ. There are two kinds of powers, those that you are born with and the powers you earn through hard work. Why would you repeat yourself? That's
It's a very good question.
God, I can tell this is gonna be awful. Do you want me to teach you martial arts? I'm sorry, I just can't see how martial arts is gonna help Izuku stop a building from burning or beat All
Fucking
for
punch the air,
One,
dude.
or he's gonna punch the air so hard it's gonna shoot a bullet at people.
You know,
Exactly.
if you're going
Right,
to
if you're
do this
watching
kind of
Contempt.
story idea, you have to go with because I entertain the idea of doing a story like this where it's a 6-year-old dude who's been doing martial arts since he was a kid,
Yeah.
and he's achieved this. He's achieved anime superhuman levels. Like he's a normal human without a quirk, but you wouldn't know it because it's Sneaky. Have you seen World's Strongest Disciple?
I have, yes.
Yeah, just going with the idea of like superhuman mythological figures. Like if
Master
you're going to
Miyagi.
sure,
Okay.
yeah, like if you're going to go with a martial arts thing, you have to go ridiculous with it.
You have to go full meme, basically.
You have to go full meme.
And you also have to then explain why in universe no one else does the martial arts to the point where they get meme powers as well.
Oh yeah, no, and the usual thing is like because these are freaks of nature in a different way from quirks.
Honestly, I kind of liked how Ranma 1/2 handled it with Ranma and why he was just getting so much stronger than everyone else. Where the Ranma 1/2 basically was like, look, Ranma, he's a one in a century sort of guy that is just beyond prodigy levels of good at it.
Side
Yeah.
note, I was
Like-
super sad. I went to a resale shop. They
Yeah.
had part 2 and part 3 of Ranma 1/2 on DVD, but they didn't have part 1. I was like,
Honestly,
buy
the
this.
anime is just vastly inferior.
yeah, I know, but still.
Anyway, so OC teaches Izuku years before he meets All Might. Stupid Deku, what can a quirkless loser like you do? Exclamation point, question mark. A blonde-haired boy shouted at the green-haired boy lying in the dirt. The young Izuku couldn't do a thing. Kachan be right. The traitorous capitalized thoughts went through his mind. Apparently he's having some God Emperor thoughts right there. Traitor! Hey, let's go, one of the boys suggested. Katsuki took him up on the offer and left Izuku on the ground. As opposed to... what? Not leaving him on the ground?
Yeah, just fucking punch him until he gets back up.
I'm gonna punch you until you stand.
Uppercut. Yeah, uppercut him until he gets onto his feet.
Even the kid he was trying to protect mocked him before leaving. He hurt all over and his eyes were starting to leak tears. Slowly rising from his position, he heard someone nearby. Hey, are you alright? Izuku turned his head to find a young woman hurrying towards him with a worried expression. Her face was foreign. Wow, that really describes it. Wow, it's foreign, guys.
Wow. It's
With
foreign.
dark
Are you
hair
racist?
that reached her upper back. Wait, how would you know? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Her eyes were glowing orange. I'm fine. I just got into an argument with a friend, he stuttered out. He could tell she... Okay, you're missing a capitalization right there. He could tell she wasn't buying it, and her words confirmed such thoughts. Looks like you got into a fight to me. Hang on. Kara, Postri, Patarmi, Ikadit, Pronto, Sorsoros. Apparently, she practices the same magic Raven does.
Fuck.
Sure, why not?
The woman hollered over her shoulder. Soon a large man came running over. Oh no, she was summoning someone else. His skin was a touch darker while having sharper features. Izuku noticed his eyes were also a piercing yellow. The man pulled a fair-sized first aid kit. I can only imagine she's either speaking Italian or Latin then. May we? He inquired in a slight accent. I can't imagine what an Italian accented Japanese sounds like. That sounds like I want to die. Jesus Christ.
Tripartite pact be like.
Yo, Sneaky, is it okay if Brexit joins the voice?
Now, as long as he's not a complete dipshit.
Yeah.
It's Brexit.
Yeah, fair enough. He's not based enough.
Hey, if I may be so bold, how'd you get
wait.
beat up? Kachan was bullying someone, so I told him to stop. Jesse looked at Anima, and he gave a nod. After the young boy was patched up, the Kakatores walked him to his home.
It is Italian.
And they didn't stop talking until they reached his porch. Izuku's mother, Inko, thanked the couple profusely and offered them some tea inside. That's wonderful, Midoriya-san. Anima complimented her. Thank you, Kakatore-san. She inclined her head. Her son had run off to his room with the words, I'll show you, hang on, to get something. Anima, he said. She gave him a curious look. We're from the West, so please call me Anima.
Pasta land.
Wait, hold on.
Mamma mia! Wahoo!
Wait.
Mario! Here we go! Okie dokie!
Samurai?
Wait,
Yo,
All
she's
the
gonna,
Italian I know.
yeah, that's the power that she's gonna give Izuku.
Yeah.
He's gonna give him a plumber hat. He's like, all right, start jumping up and down.
You can now jump higher.
Give him a plumber hat and a couple
You
magic
get-
mushrooms.
You could jump higher than.
I'm
any other
confused
contest
by
we've ever
this, right? Okay, so I can't tell what the author is trying to do here, because
Spaghetti gun.
Inko correctly, because the problem here is that the Inko either correctly deduced that they were Westerners and thus actually referred to their last names by saying last name San when talking to them because they are complete strangers.
Maybe they just hate being polite.
It's
Yeah.
possible, but that's not what the author said, because Inko goes last name San. And then he's like, Anima. And he's like, well, we're from the West, so just call me Anima instead of Kakatore. Which makes no sense unless he was trying to correct her into saying the last name instead of the first name.
What?
I think the correct answer here is they just don't like being polite.
No, but that's not how the author phrased it, because as the introduction normally goes, you're like, "Hi, I'm Sneaky Devil," and they're like, "Oh, you are Sneaky-san." It's like, "No, actually, I'm from the West, so the last name would be Devil." That's the sort of correction that happened here. But the
That's
author
fair.
got it backwards.
I mean, is that surprising to anyone?
Okay. Vacation.
No.
Valid.
Like, fucking business as usual, honestly.
I
Don't
suppose
expect
that's
something
fair
else,
enough.
though.
Yeah. Can you guys hear my chair fucking creaking in the background?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rather loudly, too.
It is
I-
very loud.
It's very creaky.
It's I can't do shit about it. What can I
Sneaky
say?
devil.
We'll stand up.
I could stand up, but I wouldn't be able to read anymore.
He's too fat.
Pick up your monitor with you.
I'm not able to do that either. The cords are stretched to maximum length.
Stretch them out further.
Yeah. Here's
Go
the thing,
even
he
further
has to
Sort of
beyond.
like your dick after an inch.
Go plus ultra.
Ooh.
I'm not sure why you jumped immediately to the dick, but I'll just chalk it up to a Freudian impulse.
Because I said the cords on the monitor are stretched to maximum
I
length.
know what you said. I was,
Sort of like
you
your
know,
dick after an inch.
Yes, I'm aware of what you said, and I'm saying you jumped straight to the dick, which means you're probably suffering from an inferiority complex with your, micro penis.
My
Allow me
massive
to
schlong.
Better quote this. Hot, you're gay. Kill yourself. Problem solved.
This is streamer bullying. You'll all get banned from Twitch for this.
Cool.
No,
I don't have
we won't.
Ah, what a
Oh,
Twitch doesn't
shame.
give a fuck.
no. Oh
Whatever,
no,
will I
I'll
do?
get banned for that thing I never use. Oh.
I'll have to use one of my 3 alt accounts.
Yeah. That's it.
What
Oh
brings
God, I
you to
won't be able
Japan
waste
then?
my Tuesday nights
Teaching.
anymore.
I'm not teaching
What
at
I say?
school. I'm teaching martial artist. I'm a master of it. I'm looking to teach someone.
Why the
With-
fuck is he Italian? And no, what?
He's an Italian master
Mario.
of martial arts.
He must have came from
His
China.
style of the
Classic
linguini
cliche.
shall defeat you.
The style of
Whips out linguini gun.
I call this microwaving the linguini. Pulls out flamethrower.
That's not how that works.
If you punch the
Luigi,
dough
you
hard
can't
enough, it just
microwave the
becomes really
linguini. It's my restaurant. I will do what I want.
No, Sneaky, you're forgetting the second most powerful move of any food-based martial artist.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Portable
Food
lava, where he
chasm.
throws a hot pocket at them.
Oh yes, of course.
Max, my ultimate move: erupting, burning hot pocket in your eyes.
Genius.
I'm pretty sure that would be against all kinds of laws.
How to make everyone
Or, like,
cringe
give you a
simultaneously?
suggestion.
Unironically shout that.
Geneva forgotten.
Geneva forgotten. You have
War
broken
crimes. What
the
war crimes?
fuck
I don't know such a thing.
man. I
There
sometimes
are no
wish.
war crimes in the Gundam universe. We know that for a
I,
fact.
I sometimes
There are no
wish achievement pop-ups would be a thing in real life because it's just like a moment where you say the cringiest fucking thing imaginable, and like you just get this like lower screen achievement pop-up, achievement get Geneva Geneva Convention broken or something like that. It's just like apparently cringy quotes is apparently a Geneva Convention thing now.
No, I mean, Siki, the best one for that is say something cringy and then achievement pop up. Everyone disliked that.
There you go.
Negative gamer score.
I still love that one GIF of the guy playing a video game, and then he like looks down as an achievement pops up saying "Survive the nuke," and he's just like, "Wait, what?" Looks out window.
Oh,
Looks out window, just kind of lets the curtain fall back. See here.
What's that big
Okay.
glow in the distance?
Remember,
Okay,
kid, duck and cover.
he sees the achievement.
Does
But wait, I'm
absolutely-
not playing Fallout.
Right, right, Max. Oh look, them planes are dropping us presents. Why are they exploding?
I remember that. I watched as a kid.
I did not watch those as a kid. I watched them as a teenager.
I was gonna say
watched
we
them when I
watched
was
them in
like-
history class.
Oh, wait.
This author alternates between using commas at the end of their dialogue and periods. And it's like, pick one and stick
disgusting.
with it. Either be wrong or correct, but don't be both.
I mean, commas and periods can both be used properly. It just depends on how the sentence structure.
And whether or not you're retarded.
Anyway, so let me teach your son martial arts. Let me help. Your son will make a fine hero. He's quirkless. He told me that. I'm planning on helping him anyway. I'll teach you speak from experience. Yeah, he reminds me of me. Yeah, I know what you're implying, but he isn't you. I never want him to be me. His voice was heavy with mistakes that he's made.
Oh,
People
God.
like Izuku
Wait,
is rare.
I just saw the worst thing I've ever seen.
What?
Someone called Cementos. Like Cementos,
Yeah.
but a portmanteau. And I read it as Cementos.
I'm gonna need you to
Bro.
stop. So you know how we were talking about how earlier we were talking about how the ghost of Sigmund Freud was here? Yeah, he's in you, not me.
Yeah, he's in you.
You can have him, honestly. I'd rather not.
It's too late. He's already sucking you off.
Oh. That's a shame. Do you know how we treat ghosts around these parts?
How did you treat ghosts around those parts?
Very
you
simple.
shoot them, I
Until
see.
they become foxes.
Yeah.
As
Take him
I
out behind the shed. With a fucking vacuum cleaner. Give him the old suck.
God.
The old Luigi suck.
the old Italian suck.
Exactly.
On one condition, let Izuku-kun decide whether he wants to learn martial arts from you. Hey Midoriya-kun, can I call you Izuku? Alright, Izuku, do you want to be a hero? Yeah, I want to be a hero. Let me teach you martial arts and you can be a hero. Alright, I'm going to learn martial arts then. Wow, that was a fucking easy-ass conversation. Holy fucking shit, no one saw that one coming. Blah, 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 blah. Don't force your will upon others. People's ability to choose is what makes one human, so don't take that away.
But I like making people do what I want them to do.
I'm gonna hold. So just keep rule 1 in mind here while we look at all the other ones. Rule 2. For some reason, he's using semicolons instead of colons.
Rule 3 has a colon.
Oh, okay, so he's just retarded. Got it. All life is sacred. Preserve as many lives as possible, but don't forget that your life also has value.
Alright, Shiro.
Yeah.
Top down there.
Shiro, but better. Rule 3.
What?
Trust your
Life is
instincts
fine.
and trust your training. These things will never let you down. Can you follow these rules? Okay, so Rule 1. Don't force your will upon other people. Okay. Rule 2. Save everyone you can. But what if the person wants to die? Is saving someone who wants to die forcing your will upon them? Yes, it is. So you're breaking both rules.
Assist them. So you assist them.
Assisted suicide.
No, but that
Yeah.
breaks rule 2.
Well, they don't. Well, you're saving them from pain.
Saving,
By
yeah,
killing
from
them.
further suffering.
Well, honestly, though, this entire set of rules is the most anti-Japanese thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, well, good thing
Human
he's from
life has
Italy.
value. What? Oh yeah, fair
Cringe.
enough.
Yeah. Never heard.
He's
Yeah,
from
imagine
Italy.
thinking that life means something. Cringe.
I'm just saying,
You
you know,
would call it cringe.
it's really interesting that these rules all conflict with each other. You know, don't force your will upon people, but also save as many people as possible. But also trust your instincts and your training. It's like, okay, so what is he supposed to do then if you know, a villain is like, hey, if you get any closer to me, I'll just shoot this person. But he's supposed to preserve as many lives as possible, which means letting the villain get away
Shoot.
and trying to stop
Shoot
him
the villain.
later.
Fucking shoot the villain. Yeah.
That seems,
Yeah.
that
Once I
seems
chose
like
the name of the
saving the
emperor.
person. Letting the villain go doesn't break any of the rules immediately.
Yeah. You gotta think consequences. What's like the butterfly effect of you killing that villain?
No,
Then he'll never have any
Until
children,
dawn.
which means they'll technically die. And you know that's basically every
For preser-
generation
yeah,
that passes down from
exactly.
there.
It's,
Preserve
it's
all
actually
life.
the
Wouldn't the best
opposite.
idea
If
be
your goal
keep
is to
everyone
preserve all
alive?
life or preserve as much life as possible, in a scenario where you have the option of letting a villain go or not letting a villain go, it's actually better to stop the villain because this time you actually caught him, and you don't know if you'll actually catch him next time.
Yeah.
So if the
And you
choice
may go
is
and kill
two
the
concrete
people.
deaths right now, the person he's going to kill and you killing him, or him possibly getting away and actually improving next time and taking 30 people hostage now, if your goal is to preserve as many people as possible, it's better to stop someone immediately than it is to hypothetically let them do it again in the future.
Yeah, more or less.
These rules are pretty clear cut, and there are no exceptions to any of them.
Of
Do you
course.
follow the Izuku-san?
Yes.
Hmm.
This is my second fan fiction I've ever made.
Well,
Jesse and Anima are characters that are in
Please.
a Marvel
Why is
DC
Marvel not
crossover
capitalized?
roleplay I play
with
the
family.
with
With
my
family, yeah.
family.
What the fuck
God
kind of family
has
does this guy have?
sentenced you to be removed from existence.
At the
Don't
time of
like
this writing,
people.
I am currently playing as Anima. So ideas from that roleplay are going to
That's a
leak
shame.
through.
You have forfeited your life privileges.
Indeed.
Can I just point
Because
out, I've
what yeah, go ahead. Huh?
Yeah, so like reading through that, like it's so painful because no one fucking because I'm studying Japanese right now and I know
Yep.
I know how the language works at least for the most part and like all
Right.
the suffix things, like the kun and the san, like well, first like adults don't fucking say that shit to kids. They don't like call them their last name unless you're their teacher.
Right, yeah, because they hold a
'cause
position
they're-
of clear
Yeah,
hierarchy
they're,
over them.
they're above you. But you would call the adults by their last
Right,
name, or
it's
you
like
would
how
call
your
another
boss
adult.
would call you, your first name, but you call the boss, Mr. whatever.
Sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
or
you call
sir.
them, yeah. And like, why? I don't know why the fucking Westerners are using the suffixes. Why the fuck do they know it? And then, but
Oh,
at the same
dude.
time, why did they proceed to correct the mom on like, no, call us by this or some shit like that? I don't know.
Because
And-
cringe. Dude, you would have
Yeah.
fucking cringed so fucking hard at the DxD fic we were reading one time, in
Lord.
which all of the devils were using Japanese suffixes, even though it's canonically acknowledged as only one specific small group of people that do that.
Delicious.
It's kind of cringe.
It was so fucking cringe because they were also just like, yeah, let's just name our kid straight fucking Naruto Uzumaki. It's just like for no apparent reason. Let's just name our kid Naruto
Brilliant
Uzumaki.
manga.
I hate Gaijin so fucking much. Oh my
You
God.
are one.
Oh wait, what do you mean?
He's half Japanese.
Yeah, he's just.
I was just say you're off.
Technically.
You weren't born on the island. You're not one.
No,
of them.
I was.
Oh, my
I was
apologies.
born in Yokosuka, Japan. Yeah.
I
Kanagawa
apologize.
Prefecture.
Get clapped,
You're
Atin.
Yokosuka?
Fucking collapsed.
Yokosuka,
Yeah.
you
I
retard.
was wrong. I thought he was born
Nigga,
somewhere,
it's Yokosuka.
not there because his English is actually good.
Wow.
Yeah, I live in
Wow.
Bruh.
Damn.
Bruh.
Fucking
Actually-
wow.
fucking-
I,
Fight
actually,
that
I
thing?
think it's-
You wanna fucking
Japanese
go?
people are. So here's the thing. Japanese
Motherfucker.
education system really good. You start learning English. Like it's mandatory to learn English at middle school, and you learn it for like
Middle school?
even through
Yeah.
college. Through
Damn.
college, you have to pick up 2 languages. One of them is English.
Wow.
Yeesh.
We started with fucking English in like 2nd grade.
All
3rd
right,
grade.
hey, how about that? This
Yeah.
is some fucking short-barreled cringe that we can unload on ourselves.
Oh.
No,
I
go.
can't wait to unload my barrel.
Interesting.
So anyway, this is
Story.
Konosuba, and the title of the story is Kirito. It's listed itself as a humor fic,
The
title
title
speaks
speaks
for
for itself.
and the summary is, as it says, the title speaks for itself.
I wonder what's this about.
Author's note. I don't know.
Author's note: God has sent me
Hello!
to die for my crimes.
My name is Kazuma.
I'm empty.
And in case you missed the first episode of my anime, I am a
Oh, no.
Hikimori who died and was reincarnated into another world. Tagging along with me was an annoying blue-haired goddess named Aqua. and we're tasked with the mission of vanquishing the Demon Lord. That
I'm
being the
gonna hate
case, the
crime.
first thing that we should do is join the Adventurers Guild, or more locally known as the pub. Anyway, while I was busy introducing myself to the readers, that is you, this Aqua person just won't shut up. She kept on
don't-
crying like a crazy nut job about how this was a
Fucking
mistake and how much she misses home, and even begged this guy to bring her back. This is really pathetic, to be honest. I wasted my opportunity to get OP skills in exchange for this burden. It was the heat of the moment, okay? Stop judging me. I couldn't have
Fucking
known they'd
retard.
actually give her to me.
You know,
Go.
Sneaky, I'm having a hard time telling whether, like, because I just reloaded my Twitch page.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time telling whether you're exaggerating some of this or not, and then I looked at it. I'm like, oh, he's not. This is
Yeah,
actually
No,
nothing
no,
exaggerated here.
regrettably, this is not one of the instances where
Yeah.
he is exaggerating.
Yeah,
It
the
also
many
said a lot,
instances, but
but
yes.
not always.
Holy
God,
shit.
do I
my
wish
God.
it
Because I
was.
couldn't tell if like he was doing a thing, but no, he's not. I just looked at it, it's like, oh no, this is all written here. Holy shit.
Yeah, sometimes
Terrible.
he does exactly that, but I always have to double check because of the amount of times where he's not exaggerating.
I like to
well,
keep
I
you on
haven't
your
been here
toes.
enough to be like sure, and then okay.
Idling
Yeah,
here won't change anything, so I ushered my new companion to move it, semicolon. We're going to the pub. Wow, that's actually appropriate use of semicolon. What the fuck? In this cringe-ass story?
You know, maybe the authors
No!
just terrible at decisions.
Not that kind of pub. The pub! No, Aqua, we're not going there to drink our sorrows away. In order to not bore the readers, we've decided to cut out the scenes where Cosimo was dragging Aqua, who was
Sounds like
crying
they
while
failed to
firmly
cover that well.
clawing the ground like a child who doesn't want to leave the playground towards the pub. And so I arrived in front of the pub as I kept continuously switching the fucking perspectives this is written in.
Hey,
I
question,
swung
doesn't-
the doors
by
open.
By mentioning Cosmo and dragging Aqua, doesn't
Yeah.
he already kind of affirm? Or just
Exactly.
makes it,
We're
doesn't it
skipping the
make it
scene, but here's the
pointless?
scene we're skipping.
Yes.
Yeah, but then he describes it in
Yes.
detail, and I'm like, okay.
Yes.
So, why the fuck didn't you just include it?
That's the joke! Ha ha ha! The funny joke! Ha ha!
Well, what laughing,
I'm
bro?
gonna kill myself now.
Aren't you laughing?
Why aren't you laughing?
Yeah,
I'm
basically.
funny.
This is funny. It's my parents' divorce. I hate this.
No one cares about your personal baggage. Be quiet.
All right, fine.
And so I arrived in front of the pub. I swung the doors open, scanning the room for the beautiful counter lady who's always present in every fantasy novel and asked to join the guild. The thing is,
You know what? You know what? Just once, I want the fantasy lady to be like
Mm.
the ugliest
Mm.
hag imaginable.
I'm
Like,
okay
you know
with that,
what?
yeah.
Make her like the equivalent of the Catholic nun who like sharpens the ruler, right? She sharpens the little strip of metal on the ruler. She's great at her job, and she'll make sure these stupid kids learn how to survive, but they're not gonna like her.
See, I
Speaking
always,
from personal experience, there.
I always found
No,
more
I
amusement.
didn't go
She
to
did her
Catholic
job.
school.
Now Atin doesn't know how to write with his
I,
left
I,
hand.
I always found a little bit more amusement from like the
Actually,
counter
no,
lady
I am a lefty.
being
you.
a like a really
Communist.
fucking old woman, right?
Communist
Like
Atin,
fucking
or,
super wrinkled, hunchbacked old woman, graying
Mhm.
hairs,
Fair
probably done up in a bun or something like that. Chopsticks through the bun because implied.
Mhm.
And then later on, it's just revealed that she's actually just a retired, like, top-tier adventurer, and she's fucking literally kicked the shit out of fucking anyone, but is, just too old to actually do that sort of shit constantly anymore.
just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
She hit max
Yeah,
level
it's-
and then just gave up, and she's like, alright, I'm fucking bored.
You know what? I've hit the top. There's nowhere to go but down from here.
Ishin and Sekiro, essentially. Just
Nowhere to
chilling,
go but down
drinking
with
constantly.
Turn it
Yeah.
up.
Anyway, so blah 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 blah. The thing is, we did not consider there is a registration fee. That's not how. What the fuck? And thus are extremely troubled when the issue of money came up. After suggesting to sell ourselves as slaves for a year in order to get the money, and was swiftly rejected by the self-proclaimed goddess, I won't even give her the satisfaction of being called one. We turned to the next best thing, extorting people for money. You know, like those bullies on TV asking for lunch money from other kids. Yeah.
I want to kill myself. It's terrible.
That's
See-
okay. We're only 5 paragraphs in.
Yeah, don't worry, we're almost done.
Thank fuck.
Oh shit! Look at the chapters.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
Good.
Aqua said that she had a very good idea how to do this, and seeing her foul mouth, I agreed to let her do her own thing for once. So I watched from behind as she approached an old man, barely able to support herself with a walking stick, and proclaimed as so, improper use of semicolon. I am the goddess of water, Aquasama. Prostrate before me or face divine retribution. Please give me some money. The palm of my hand collided with my face. What did I expect, really? First you're threatening him, then you beg for money. She's such an idiot. The old man smiled. Why, Riley? What?
Riley.
Yes, that is in
Riley.
fact a word.
It is a word.
I know it's a word. I just never really figured out how to pronounce it.
Riley.
Dumbass.
Okay, so
I believe you are pronouncing it
Riley.
correctly.
Google.
I'm like 60% it's just bonesaw.
Also, I just realized this is supposed to be like. I think this is abridged Kirito. I don't. Yeah,
Riley.
I think it is. Because normal Kirito
Riley.
is you fucking blink.
Riley.
the
Okay, yeah,
obvious
we're right. It is literally just pronounced Riley.
You can
Yeah.
speak
Riley.
English. Are you proud?
You're welcome to the club.
That's funny coming from the Norwegian though.
Eat.
Fuck off. Cunt. Go back to your fucking island.
I
And
will.
eat
Fuck you.
My arms word
Yeah.
something.
Eat some salmon that's got parasites. Fuck you. Fuck you. I will bash you with my
Dong.
spoon.
Dong. Dong. Dong.
Hey,
Dong.
why don't you come bring your fucking
Dong.
monsters over here and I'll knock you
Dong.
out with the Yamato.
Dong. Dong.
Hmm.
Dong. Dong.
You mean the
Dong.
ship that doesn't exist
Dong.
and
Yeah.
is in fact
Dong.
part of the collective
Dong.
fiction of the Japanese people
Dong.
ever being
Dong.
useful
The
in a
fucking
war?
Dong.
hotel.
Dong.
Floating hotel Yamato.
Yeah.
Dong.
Got fucking
Dong.
bombed before even firing a
Dong.
shot. Like, bruh.
Dong.
You
Dong.
wanna
Dong.
maybe,
Dong.
maybe pick another
Dong.
ship?
Dong.
No, I did fire a
Dong.
shot. The fuck are you
Dong.
talking about? I fired
Dong.
many.
Dong.
Ah,
Out of
I
hand.
feel.
Dong.
Eh,
Dong.
Still.
but-
Dong.
hey,
Didn't
Dong.
really, didn't really do anything though, it just got bombed.
Dong.
It's
Dong.
a great target,
Dong.
honestly.
Dong.
Fucking
Dong.
practice for
Dong.
the US Air
Dong.
Force.
Dong.
Oh please, that wasn't
Dong.
even practice.
Dong.
That was like
Dong.
a
Dong.
jaunt in the
Dong.
park.
Dong.
Yeah, exactly.
Dong. Dong.
Yeah, close
Dong.
enough.
Dong. Dong. Dong.
Let's stop talking.
Dong. Dong.
Are you guys done?
Yeah.
I do believe
Alright,
so.
excellent. I can stop hitting the word dong on Google Translate.
Interesting.
Anyway, I am sorry, but I am not a god of the goddess Aqua faith. But as a member of the goddess Eric's church, we are taught to be generous to everyone, even those who are as peculiar as the cult members of goddess Aqua. That being the case, here you are, young miss. He handed us a few coins, to which I approached and forced Aqua to bow her head along with me. I am extremely sorry for the trouble my companion has caused. The kindly old man smiled gently while shaking his bony hand, saying, "It's fine, it's fine." I
By the
glared
way,
at her
I'm
from the corner of my eye and found out she was on the verge of tears. After moving away from the start, she started bawling. "You know that I was a goddess, right?" I nodded. "Well, I have Kohai, you see," I nodded. "She's a minor goddess, not as big as famous as me, of course. I used to give her menial tasks, just fetching things, right. I nodded, and now I was pitied by one of her followers. Yeah, it's because your faith is actually a bunch of fucking dickweeds, and you're a dickweed. And it turns out that not being a massive dickweed to people is a way better way to generate a faith based around you, unless your name is Muhammad.
Life lessons from Sneaky.
Inshallah, brothers. We will we'll strike at the Twin Towers. We'll strike the heart of America. Wait, hang on, that's not the right accent.
Can I actually
can't
be
really do, like, a
legally
proper
held
Nord
responsible for
Prime
anything
accent.
Norway says? I don't think I
No.
can actually be held responsible for someone from Norway.
Nope, you can't. It's great. I can be as racist as I want. And
Yeah,
no one
same
can
here.
stop me.
Yeah, same.
Based.
Her pride can't handle it, basically. Well, I decided to be nice, and instead of trying to comfort her, I just ignored her. And, I
Based,
just
ignore women.
ignore her and heads to counter.
Oh god, tense changes.
Okay.
This entire story feels pointless because he just does the exact same things that Cosmo does.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, no, it's literally no different. I'm sure we're going to get into the difference soon enough, though. Totally.
Yeah, in the next 2 chapters.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the next 2 chapters, yeah.
Yeah.
We were greeted by the same beautiful One-sama who handled us before, this time asking if we had the money or not first. After we handed her most of the coins we owed to the counter. Okay, so this is another thing right here, right? So the guild goes, hey, we can give you a loan if you're willing to sell 2 people into slavery for an entire year. And that'll cover your entrance cost. But they literally panhandle one fucking person and get enough money to do the exact same thing.
Slavery just isn't as popular as it used to be.
Like,
Doesn't pay very well.
Slavery was beaten
man.
by the Industrial Revolution.
but like this is an old fucking man, right? So unless he's like a goddamn upper of upper class
He's a
person
priest, they have
who
money.
just like casually drops gold into people's hands, right?
He has his tax evasion money.
Like literally
Basically.
just like doing a single guild mission should have been enough to pay out their slavery terms at that point. So it's just
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
And in slavery, they were just gonna like stand around for a year.
I noticed Aqua pocketing one coin for herself. She explained the basics of registering as an adventurer. First, you need to have an adventurer's card. It shows your stats in class. Your class depends on your stats. If your stats are low, you can't choose a class that requires high stat. That's the gist of it. Also, the adventurer class has no restrictions. It's basically the lowest class there is, only one step ahead of ordinary people. She asked us to place our hands on top of a certain orb thing. It's apparently a machine that checks our stats and converts them into numbers. I, being the gentleman I was, allowed Aqua to print her card first. As she sticks her hands onto the smooth orb, it begins to glow, and the metal constructs surrounding said orb started to write her stats onto her adventurer card. It ended in an instant, and the counter One-sama handed Aqua her card, but not before exclaiming that besides her below average int and non-existent luck, all of her other stats are amazing. This made me really excited. I mean, she was just a bird and tag along, as her stats were already this high. And then how about me, the reincarnated hero? I hope it wouldn't be too OP, because then I'll be able to defeat the Demon Lord in a few seconds, and the songs sung about my deeds won't be as glorious. Well, if it comes to that, I can always hold back to make the journey last. But enough of that. Instead of my mouth, I let my actions speak, as I placed my hand on top of the orb, and it glowed, and I couldn't be more excited. Whenever the card finished printing, the beautiful One-san takes it into her hands and reads out the results. The average stats all around, above average int. Wow, highest luck I've ever seen. After a moment, she added, although luck doesn't really matter if you're planning to become an adventurer. Maybe joining the Merchants Guild?
I'm sorry. Luck
Oy
doesn't
vey.
matter if you're planning to
Boy.
become an adventurer.
You don't need to be lucky to get killed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
simply
don't
follow
need
the
to be lucky to be
To
an
join the Merchant
adventurer.
Guild.
You don't need to be lucky to survive things like
Chilling
moves
out.
that might kill you, or
No.
influence your drop rates, or
No.
your crit chance.
You know,
None of that exists here.
I don't think they ever did explain that in the light novels why that's how things were looked at with luck. Because the thief class exists.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a class pretty much dedicated to getting crits exists.
Yeah. Also, the random chance to steal something of someone.
Yeah, the higher the luck, the more
Random.
valuable the thing.
Yeah.
Although the
I was gonna
value
say
seems to
something,
be
but
subjective
whoops.
to the user.
Twitch.tv.
Anyway, did she just regard my entire dream as impossible? I asked no one in particular. Well, you can always change your class after you level up, but for now the only class is, Beautiful, considerate, blonde, ponytail, counter lady, One-san took another glance at my card and announced her finding. There seems to be some kind of unique class that Sato Kazuma-san can use, but it is written in an unfamiliar language. Perhaps you can read it. And what it says is
Kirito.
available classes,
Kitty.
Adventurer or Kirito, aka our God and Savior.
Why is it written in katakana? Though? It's for foreign
because
names.
fuck it.
Shit.
Because the author is a retard.
Because the author went to Google Translate, typed in Kirito, and translated it to Japanese the same way I did.
Yeah.
Ah yes, the big brain version of learning Japanese.
Yeah.
Google Translate-san.
Hey man, don't
Rufus.
knock it. All of the HoloLive
Rufus
EN
Stone.
are using Google Translate to talk.
I'm aware. It's kind of hilarious. Well, I mean, kinda.
Well, everyone
I mean,
but Kiara.
no, some of them actually clearly know
Kiara-
English.
Kiara and Callie, honestly. Because if you can fucking rap in Japanese, you can speak it too.
No, according to her, she barely knows how to actually speak Japanese.
Yeah, but enough. She fucking lives in Japan, dude.
And you,
That doesn't mean shit. It's entirely possible to live somewhere and not.
you can get a decent distance in Japan speaking only English.
Yeah, you really can.
Yeah.
People in Japan, people
Based.
are really, really chill if you can't speak Japanese. Like pictures are everywhere to
Well,
show
no,
you like what you can
As
get.
long as you don't try to, live there,
Yeah.
then they're not chill.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Because
Yeah,
Japan
racist
being
as
a
fuck.
tourist is a tourist country. Like, they're used to English people coming in.
Yeah.
Just don't expect to live there and not speak the fucking language, or they're gonna get pissed.
Yeah, almost like that should be like, standard.
Yeah, it's
all
really
countries.
weird.
Oh yeah, by the way, Tojo, I have a few questions for you after the stream.
But
yeah,
anyway, we got like 13 minutes left, so how about we talk about that season 8 trailer, right?
I didn't see it.
No.
I'll play it live.
Wiped it from my
Oh,
head.
Cunt.
I don't want to watch it. Fuck off.
No,
well.
you're gonna, no, Arn. If I gotta watch it, you gotta come with me.
I'm gonna deafen and just watch
Wait,
Amelia playing
season
Minecraft.
8's already
Fuck
up?
you.
What the fuck? What?
Wait, did they already start?
Oh, Daily Motion time.
Daily Motion, you're not gonna get me.
Nice try, fucker.
Miss me with that bullshit.
I haven't watched anything since like season 5, honestly. Fuck.
Probably for the best.
Oh,
Don't-
dude.
don't watch
Dude,
anything.
the fucking season 7 opening was
game is
just
not used to
cringe.
win.
What the?
yeah.
Fuck.
These people
By
dead.
definition, they have to have some manner of soul to be corruptible by warp.
Did that
shenanigans.
trailer show anything at all?
No, basically
No.
it's just like Salem's evil, and she's hunting down Ozpin because she wasn't doing that before.
I just watched like a bunch of reaction shots of all the characters from season 7 standing still.
Wow.
Yeah, no, so season 7 was we the three of us tried to watch season 7, and we were just like, wow, we can't do this.
Season 7 was
We got to like episode
Brandon
4 and we were
tries
just
to
like,
help.
oh my god.
We physically
Because
can't
every
do
time
this.
they would do something even remotely like good or interesting plot wise, they would immediately sabotage themselves.
No, that wasn't
Oh.
for season 7. That was season 5.
that was
Season
every
5
season.
was like, okay, episodes start strong, and then they drop the ball. Season 6 was suffering, and season 7 was, all right, we made it to episode 2.
That's
I
right.
don't want to watch anymore.
Oh my god, probably the fucking funniest moment of season 7 though was the two Faunus, the two token Faunus team members were literally sitting there talking about how they're the token Faunus team members and how the world is racist against the Faunus. And then the guy in charge of the other team comes up and is like, hey, we have this crack we need someone to slip through, and it's really dark on the other side, and you might have to steal something. And they're like, did you just ask us that because we're faunus? And he's like, yeah.
Based.
I did. What are you gonna do about it?
Based.
Did I ask the 2 people I know have night vision to go in the dark? Yeah.
But
I
they're
know.
like, they tried to
Yeah,
take like
some people
offense
who
to it,
see
like it was
what's
like
in
some
the
sort of
dark.
racial thing. Like, did you just ask us to go steal something from a dark, enclosed space because we have night vision and are good at slipping through spaces?
I mean,
Also,
yeah,
one
I
of
do
us
that-
was
Yes.
a literal terrorist.
I do that to my friend Jamal all the time. What do you mean?
You know what?
Yeah.
That would have been a great response of, no,
You got
I'm not asking because
camouflage,
that. I'm
you know.
asking that because you're an ex-terrorist.
Oh, no, okay, I will give credit where credit's due. That was actually a really good response in Season 6. Of like, oh, what? You're not gonna let Blake through because she's a faunus? No, I'm not letting her through because she's an ex-terrorist. It's like, fucking...
You're right. All
That
right.
changes things.
Raise a good point.
Got me there.
A rare moment of good writing.
Yeah, a rare moment of like, yeah, actually, get fucked, guys.
Are they gonna change the outfits again?
Reminder, you're running around with an ex-terrorist.
Huh. Cool.
Who, technically speaking, never actually renounced the White Fang. She just renounced Adam killing people that she disagrees with.
She jumped off a train.
Still a
She's a Trotskyist compared to the Stalinist.
Yeah, she was the Trotskyist that didn't die.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-oh.
No, because
God,
Adam was
look out.
gonna go kill
It's an
her.
ice pick. It's a Mexican guy with an ice pick. Oh fuck, Blake, get down.
I mean,
Adam.
kind of. Adam is kind of the Stalin to the Blake's Trotsky, if you think about it.
Yes, he really is. But
I mean,
but-
even like, what's his name?
she
Is
never
Bullet.
actually rejected the White Fang. She was just like, no, the White Fang shouldn't kill people I disagree with. That was her
I mean,
line.
even
That
like
was
the-
literally her line of, no, we shouldn't kill innocent civilians.
And
But
like, she's,
everyone
like,
else is
saying,
fine.
"Hello, brothers of the White Fang" every other episode. It's like she's
Oh.
literally saying she's still part of it.
Yeah, no,
Amazing.
and even the confrontation episode of season 2, where she's like, White Fang, brothers and sisters, why are you working with a human?
It's too much
It's
time.
like,
Like, oh no, that was the end of the first season.
it's like,
just
hold the
say-
fuck up.
By the way, I
the way.
appreciate Core taking a moment to, as annoying as Blake's behavior is in
Yeah.
Rabbit Among Wolves. I appreciate Rue was just like, Blake, that is incredibly racist and sensitive. We're gonna have to get you some rehab or something.
Wait, well,
Not like, why are you working with a criminal, a thief? Why are you working with this human?
Imagine working with.
It's just like, oh, whoa, oh. Hold the
imagine
fuck up,
black
Blake.
and white people.
Blake went from
brothers.
that escalated real quick.
I also do give Core credit where credit's due when he does do the Blake Sun scene where Blake explains to him all the complaints she has, and I do remember one of his stories where he was just like, Sun's just like, are you just telling me this because I'm a faunus? And she's like, and he's like, wow, that's really racist.
Based.
It's like, yeah, fucking Blake's just over here being racist as all fucking hell, man.
The character writing all around. Blake character traits: cat, racist.
No, come on now. You forgot terrorist.
Sorry, cat, racist, terrorist, and lesbian.
Yeah, oh yeah,
No,
right,
that
yeah.
one, yeah, I was just saying, yeah,
Average
got that
liberal.
one too.
Oh yeah, no, but she was a repressed lesbian though, don't you know? She
Okay,
she
yeah,
only
okay,
became a
even more
lesbian after she
Lesbians
found the
to be
woman that she
lesbian.
wanted to be with. Because
Okay.
literally,
Show it.
You see,
Ilya's whole
until she
thing.
finds the right one, the gene doesn't unlock. Once she finds
Right,
the
of course,
right
yeah,
one,
exactly. No, fucking no, like, but seriously though, like, Ilya's whole thing was you were straight, so I never like came on to you because you were straight and with Adam.
and I was like, it would be a real garbage. I'd be a real garbage friend if I was like, yo, ditch the person that you're happy with and come with me, the person you have no attraction to.
Yeah, and then it's like, nah, actually, Blake was a lesbian all along.
What is her love story, anyways?
Her
Adam,
love story
Ilya,
was
Yang.
garbage. Yeah, Ilya times Yang.
You just fucking pick someone.
Fucking goddamn.
Ilya's the gayest character because she can turn all the colors of the rainbow, which means she must be snow.
The fucking, you can't just lay that out.
Why not? Which
I mean,
part?
Matt's got a point, though. Matt's got a point.
Yes.
Which part can I lay out though?
Fucking Max is just dying in the background at this point. Just like, Jesus Christ, Sneaky.
I'm,
Shut
she
the
always-
fuck
I'm just
up.
a disappointed old man in the group right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Step aside, boomer. Your
Oh
time
my
is here.
god. Like, I get like why I understand why they so I sort of understand actually why they had Sun get taken out of the story because his voice actor was leaving. But they had no problem firing the other two voice actors and replacing them.
Well, no, that's because one of them was like, hey, I'm leaving, write me out of the story. The other is, we've already written a bunch of plot with this character, and we need to, but because of, right, whether it was right or wrong, we're attracting a bunch of negative PR for employing this voice actor, drop him like a hot rock. Believe it or not, Fire Emblem did the same thing, although they did it because there was a guy who was actually accused of propositioning like 17-year-olds. So and abusing them. So Fire
Interesting.
Emblem was like, get him out of our voice acting, even though he voiced a character who had like maybe 4 actual lines. They
Mhm.
still replaced him.
Fair enough.
So pretty crazy. But anyway, I just
Yeah.
I liked Sun. He was actually a funny character.
That's
And-
pretty good.
Sun was an interesting look at like, wow, there are some people you don't expect to be good at voice acting, and lo and behold, they're actually pretty fucking decent.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expected Michael Rage Quit Jones to actually be talented at just general acting.
Yeah. And it turns out he was.
Enough that Funimation was like, "Yo, we got an opening for a couple characters if you want it."
Okay, well, I don't think we can really use Funimation as a bar to work by, considering they also were like, "Hey, yo, we know that like 9 of our employees have been accused of pedophilia, but like, hey,
It's only 9 of them. Could be worse.
it's only 9 of them."
That's what,
Yeah,
just
like,
a
come on, it
10?
could be 10, guys.
It could
No,
be
I'm just-
worse. There could be 10.
I'm referring more to the fact that Funimation, in the last 10 years, has set a pretty good standard for English voice acting.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
far
I
as
mean,
like
yeah,
animation goes,
Yeah,
rewriting
yeah,
the
okay.
scripts, but yeah.
like just pure quality of product, yes. Quality of the people, not so much.
yeah, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Oh god, but no, Ruby's a fucking mess. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, no, don't you know that dust explodes with the slightest kinetic impact, but also we mine it using fucking picks?
That's best.
You mine it using metal tools.
Yeah, guys, we literally just straight shit hit this shit with the old-fashioned mining pick, but also it explodes if you touch it.
How does nobody in those mines ever end up sneezing on it?
Yeah, I know,
Oh,
right?
I'm sure that's happened, right? One sneeze and you're dead.
I hope that there are
One
mines where
sneeze
like
and the
they
entire
literally
mine is dead.
they have a counter that
The
is
entire
just
Muslim faith is just like,
Jason, someone
They-
sneezed, blew it up.
yeah, it's just saying like 9
Yeah.
days since someone sneezed. Boom.
Yeah.
Resets. to
Everyone's
zero.
got fucking mandatory face shields.
yes, the coof. They got the Rona in the
Another
coof.
thing that made me irrationally annoyed was when they were showing off the mine, and was it that episode 2 or 3? When they were showing off the mine, there was still a shit ton of veins in the walls of the industrial
Oh.
part of the mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just untapped.
Just
like, We
but-
mined everything out.
Imagine mine.
But
Mine
no, but
everything
like
out.
I can sort of understand. But if it's like, you know, like oh, it's really out of the way, you know, metals. It's like, okay, you know what, we just didn't want to put too much effort into mining it out, and it would, you know, undermine the structural integrity of the tunnel we're building to get to the big part. Because, you know, obviously the end part of that tunnel had way more dust in it than those walls. But it's a little bit different when it's like, yeah, the walls are made of explosives. It's like, okay, don't you think we should, like, remove the explosives from the walls before we build infrastructure around it?
How they're
Sneaky,
gonna
that's
collapse
just
the tunnel.
silly.
Oh
It's
my
actually a strategy for dealing with the Grim. If they ever get into the tunnels, just sneeze and blow everything up.
Oh my fucking god, are you
You
fucking
think that's
kidding
ever
me?
been a hostage situation?
Fuck
Runs into the
off.
thing just like, I will sneeze, don't try
What
me.
the actual
Fucking
fuck is going on right now? Wait.
Fucking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is streaming Among Us with
What?
Ilan Omar, fucking Hassan Piker, and Pokimane.
Fucking
Wow.
This
Tara
is not a
Russell
joke.
fell out of the air.
what?
Not fucking
What?
joking. Oh, Jacksepticeye's there too,
Huh?
apparently.
Wait.
How much? I gotta know how much they got paid.
Jesus Christ!
I
yeah,
don't know, it's got
fucking-
275,000 fucking viewers.
Oh, you
Wow.
know, this probably isn't something a politician wants to do because all you're going to showcase is how good you are at lying and manipulating people.
Yeah, I was about to say Among Us might be the worst fucking possible game you could play.
Yeah.
No, to be
Genius.
fair, they could be playing something like they could be playing the board game Diplomacy.
Because it's
Secret
like
Hitler.
it's like on one hand, if you win, you show how good at lying you are. On the other hand, if you lose, you show how terrible at video games you are to the video game crowd.
No,
And also
not even
telling
video
if
games.
Other people are
Show
lying.
how bad you are at catching people in
Yeah,
lies.
exactly.
That's true, yeah, as well, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this is a lose-lose
This can
situation. if you're a
only be a
politician.
good thing.
There's literally no situation where you come out the actual winner of this.
Yeah.
If you're only
Like,
crewmate,
I don't
then you
fucking
only
believe
win.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, I'm done here.
Oh, she
Oh,
fucked up her
Jesus
OBS.
Christ.
Oh god.
Anyway, yeah, we'll
Literal
end it
boomer.
here. So I have no idea if the Friday stream is actually going to happen or not. I'm assuming it is. But pretty much all of next week is going to be a hyper up in the air. I have no idea what's going to be happening, really, because I'm going to be traveling for moving. I'm probably going to assume that next Friday, the Friday after this upcoming one, I'm going to be able to do everything again. But I have no fucking idea. Because I am moving. And we are planning to take multiple stops because it is like a 16-hour drive. So we're planning on taking multiple stops to get back down. And then there's all those fun issues. And it's just...
It is going to be so much fun.
I can tell. Yeah.
But anyway...
I can't wait for the deluge of messages from you as
Fuck
everything goes horribly wrong.
I'm not gonna be surprised when things start going
Car
wrong.
crash
Honestly,
can
I
no
mean,
longer have a
fucking
bed.
unsurprised in the slightest.
Max, you gotta share with the rest of us then. We need to laugh at him.
Yeah.
But
Laugh at
anyway, we'll see you guys all Friday unless otherwise notified. So see you next time because there is always more and it does always get worse.